What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we're drawing Ghost-Ri-Durrr from Fortnite. Let's begin today's lesson on the top of our page and draw two large circles for the eyes. Now let's start with the one on the left. Starting from the very top, come all the way around towards the bottom of the eye, and then back up towards the top. Now I'm going to leave a large gap in between the eyes and draw that same size circle on the right. So let's start by lining up the top, bring that down towards the same height, and then back up. Now I want to draw the bottom edge of the button. Let's start underneath the eye, curve this around, come down in the middle, go across and up underneath the right eye. Now I'm going to continue that curve above the eye, draw the top of the button. We go up, across, and then back down. Now I want to fill the inside of the head with some sesame seeds. So these little tiny ovals, starting from the left side, we just want to change the angles. Rotating these all the way around, adding a few along the bottom, and just work our way across the top and right side. Let's add that olive on the top left. We're going to start with a circle, giving a gap along the top of the head. Over on the left side, draw a smaller circle for the pimento. And then we'll add the toothpick going in an angle. Starting from the top, go up, round at the top, and then come back down. Now these two lines, we're just going to line up along the bottom, just angle that in towards the head. Let's add a grease stain across the bottom of the button. We're going to start underneath the eye. Just going to wiggle this line, going around, just randomly working our way across underneath the right eye. Now we stack the rest of the head underneath. So let's start with the tongue over on the left side. Bend this out and then down. Round up the tongue. And then just pull that back up underneath the head. Let's add the tomato. Starting on the left. Bend this down in behind the tongue. Continue on the right and pull that back up. Now on the ends, draw two short lines coming down the side of the tomato. Then again, just follow that same curve coming in underneath the tongue. Let's layer some cheese underneath. Starting from the left side, bend this out and then down. And add some drips, going up, come down lower, go all the way back up toward the top. Add one small drip, pulling that in underneath the tongue. Let's go over towards the right side, add one drip coming down, up, and go around the tomato and then back in. Let's layer the burger patty underneath. So starting underneath the cheese, we're just going to add these little curves, just breaking up the edge, and just bending that up towards the right and then in. Let's layer the final bun underneath. Just curve this down and in, behind the tongue, go across and then back up. Now let's draw that large collar around the head. We're going to start from the left side, bend this around and then down. Same thing on the right. Now we're going to bend this in, go in behind that cheese, come in towards the middle. Now let's pull this back down and in towards the center. Go back up, draw two angled lines for the side of the collar. And we'll draw the tie in the middle. Start with the side of the knot, coming in, flatten off the bottom, go down and out. Now along the inside of the collar, we're just going to add a seam, going up and then in underneath the head. Now let's work our way down the side of the body. On the left side, we leave a gap, bend the body going out and then down towards the hip, line it up on the right side. And then connect the hip with a curve coming down and up. Let's go back to the center, draw a straight line coming down. Now I'm going to add that detail across the center of the body. Let's start on the left, just follow the curve of the body going up. Do the same thing on the right, going up toward the same height. Now I want to connect these 2 points, going down and in behind that zipper and back up. Now I want to trace these 3 lines along the inside. So going up, across the middle towards the right, and then back down. In the center, step down, add a curve, going up and then down. Leave a small gap in the middle, go to the left side, we're going to bend the leg, going out and then down towards the left heel, go to the right, go out and down towards the right heel. Now you want to round out the bottom of the feet, starting on the left, coming down and then up towards the outside of the feet. Now you want to curve the foot. We're going to go up, bend this down, aiming towards the heel, and we'll just curl that back in towards the inside of the leg. Let's add a thick sole across the bottom of the feet. We're going to take this curve, step up, and just trace that across on both sides. Now we're going to go back up to the hips and close off the leg. And bend this out and then down on top of the feet. Now I'm going to add 2 sets of straps across each leg. Let's start from the top. We're going to bend this down and in, step down and draw it again. And we'll line that up on the right side. Let's come all the way down towards the bottom and add another strap. Let's add a spike along the end of each strap, going out and in. Let's add a bottle of mustard along the left side of the hip. Curve this up and then down. Come down at an angle with a straight line, and then back in towards the hip. Let's go back up to the top. We're going to add the nozzle. I'm going to go up, flatten that off, and then come back down. Now I'm just going to add a strap going across the middle. Now I'm going to show you a simple method on how to draw a chain going across the hip. Let's start from the top, and it's down and then over towards the hip. Step up and draw it again. Now from the top, we're just going to draw these equal spaced lines going across. Now in between, we're just going to draw a straight line coming down, go across to the next, and back up. Do the same thing on the top, going in. I just want to repeat that, going all the way out towards the hip, and then up towards the top. Now from the side of the body, we're going to draw the inside edge of the arms. Let's start from the left side. We're going to bend the arm going out and then down towards the wrists. From the wrist, draw a small half circle for the thumb. Close off the end with a bracket. Let's add 3 fingers on either side. Start from the bottom of the thumb and come all the way around and then in. Go to the side, add the second finger, and then the third finger, we're going to go all the way around, blend into the arm going up underneath the collar. Let's do the same thing on the right. Let's separate the cuff, starting from the thumb, bend this up and then out. And then on the tip of each knuckle, we're going to add a spike. I'm also going to add a small spike coming out from the thumb. Let's add a couple spikes along the shoulder, going up and then down. And then across the center of the right arm, we're going to add a band, going across. And then we're just going to add some sesame seeds along the inside of that armband. Let's add some more seeds across the bottom of the legs, going in between the straps. And then finally, we're going to add a couple chains going across this arm using that same technique. So let's start from the side, bend this across and down, step up, and draw that again. Now let's separate that with a series of straight lines. Let's move to the center of this link, come down and go all the way out, line that up across the top, do the same thing across the bottom, and then the top. I'm going to add one more set of chains. And then finally, we're going to add that flame across the head. Let's start from the side of the head on the left, going around the eye, come in, and then bend that out. Bend this in and down, and curl this up in behind the olive. Continue along the top, bend that in. I'm just going to add a swirl, going all the way around, and then back over towards the left. I'm just going to work the flame back in towards the right side of the head. Come in. I'm just going to swirl this around and back in. Come around. Add another one along the side. And I'll just pull that back in towards the head. Now we're going to add a couple loose flames along the outside. And then we'll sign our art and add a splash of color, and that's pretty much it. That's how I draw Ghost-Ri-Durrr from Fortnite. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.